Well, welcome to part 3 of the Macintosh SE30 restoration series that we're doing here. So parts 1 and 2, we got the motherboard taken out, got it recapped and put back in, and we got back to where we were, which was originally the question mark disk symbol. But I think we're making progress because the first time that we tested out the SE30, we didn't get a chime when we booted it up, but the second time after we recapped the motherboard, we did. So we still need to address the dead hard drive in this thing. We've got a scuzzy to SD that we're going to try to get configured. I got a few concerns about that. A, because I don't know what I'm doing. B, I don't know what operating system to put on this. And C, I don't know if I can make any disk images for it with the computers that I have, because I don't have really an in-between machine. Is this an 800K floppy drive? If so, we might have to pull out the Apple IIgs and do some ADT Pro, but let's jump in and see if we can figure it out. Okay, so here we are. We're at the website here to download the scuzzy to SD utility. Now I think we plug in the scuzzy to SD. And so I went ahead and ordered mine with a card. They offered to sell you a card with it, so I got a 16 gigabyte card, which will be more than enough for anything I will probably ever use this for. These are famous last words, but I think we're going to go ahead and plug this in to the micro USB port here. Yeah, it says searching for scuzzy to SD device, but it doesn't, like, I guess we've got one here. Let's just test this out. If we unplug this, do we have a device one? Yeah, we do. Alright, so I don't think we're quite working here. We are definitely plugged in. Well, let's try a different port on the computer. We're on a roll so far. Alright, we're going to try a different USB cable and see if that works. Alright, this one is nice and thick. So let's see here if we can plug her in and get any sign of life. So we plug it in. Oh, aha, so we had a bad cable. Device driver is installed successfully and ready to use. Great. So use a good cable. I'm not going to mess with any of this. Should we use scuzzy 2 mode? I don't know. So we're going to do scuzzy target, scuzzy ID 0, hard drive, quirks mode, Apple, right? Because it's an Apple. I guess we can try to stick it in to the drive. Alright, let's take a look here at disk part and just see if Windows can see this drive. List disk. See, I don't see anything on here. No, so this isn't showing up at all. We got nothing in there, so let's just assume that it's fine and go see if we can find a way to make a bootable disk for an operating system. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to work. I found this RawWrite program here in some images of 6.0.8 on 1.44 meg floppy, which I think the SE30 has. So we're going to try to write this here, even though it didn't choose this file type as a... we're just going to try it. Right. 2, 4. I mean, it's writing something. Maybe it's just gibberish on the disk. Nobody knows. It says successfully written. Great. Alright, and we're going to make sure that we don't label this disk at all. Okay, so before we get all crazy, we're just going to stick the system startup disk in and turn it on and see what happens. Hopefully we don't get the question mark Mac symbol. Plug the power back in. Okay. Did that go in? I guess it went in. Here we go. No chime. What happened? We had it. It was working. It was working last time. Alright, let's try it again. Nope. Nope. Great. no chime, nothing. I haven't touched this thing since we put the motherboard back in, and we started it and tested it and everything worked great. I'm going to blame Tyrone. I swear. Man, that is disheartening. But all those people who were making fun of my soldering last time around, you're all saying you were right. Look at this guy ruining this classic piece of equipment. So let's inspect all of our bits and pieces here. Make sure we didn't knock something off. Alright, so what did I touch? Looks good. Looks good. That one's good. All these look pretty good. I mean, these are still nice and solid. Let's check the ones over here by the RAM and the ROM. I mean, those will still feel solid. I think it's either Tyrone or one of my RAM sims went bad just by sitting there. You know, we did wash this with the RAM in there. I wonder if just reseating that would work, but I'm so scared to pry those loose. They're gonna get angry. They're not gonna like it. Maybe I can just... I don't know. Let me see if I got some replacement memory too, just in case. Man, no idea what's going on. Time to bust out my box of ye old RAM and see if I have any types of memory that might fit in here. Okay, that says Mac LC. That's definitely not it. I mean, I don't think we're gonna have to take one of these out. I don't want to take one out. I mean, we've got, that doesn't look right. Way too big. Poop, poop, poop. Alright, so I don't have any RAM. Let's just try taking Tyrone out of there, rebooting, and just seeing what happens. Maybe Tyrone is messing this whole thing up. Come on out, Tyrone. Alright, Tyrone is out. What happened to my multimeter? Alright, let's just put it in, hook it up real quick. Nothing changed. I really don't think this is going to work, but we're going to try it. It's going to be the same thing, isn't it? Man, here's the part I've been dreading since the beginning. So we've got Sim 1, Sim 2, Sim 3. And I'm going to guess that it's probably Sim 1 that is bad. Man, I don't have any more memory. So let's electrostatically discharge ourselves on something. I don't want to hurt you. Oh, you gotta bend him so far. Hello? Move? That one's out. Are you coming? What are you doing? You know, maybe we can just reseat these and get away with it. There we go. Alright. 3 for 3. Last one. Okay, they're all out. Let's just clean up these contacts a little bit. Put them all back in. Hope and pray. Pray, pray, pray that that's all it was. So, because maybe with that water and washing it out, it didn't like that. So let's get us some isopropyl alcohol. That's a dirty Q-tip. Let's use a clean one. We're just gonna give them a little scrub. They don't look dirty. Yeah, it's getting something off of there. I give this a 4% chance of doing anything helpful. Oh, this is not going to work. Oh! Woo! Okay, we got a chime. That's unbelievable. So there's just a bad connection on the RAM. Now we don't have... Is it loading off the disk? I don't think it's going to work. Whoa, disk drive is spinning. And it tried to eject. Whoa. Okay, let's try this. Oh, that sounds really bad. Oh, it definitely did not like that one. It sure doesn't suck that down very quickly. No. Alright, we're going to have to try to get a disk that'll work on this. Plus, we really need to pull that disk drive out and try to lubricate that. So, okay. Well, we're back where we started again. This is fantastic. Okay, so man, I've been fighting my floppy drive. Apparently, Windows 7 and Windows 10 don't like USB floppy drives very well. But I think I got a new disk image written to this. Let's put that in. It's still... Did it suck it down? Okay. Let's try it. It's spinning. Nope. Nope. So here's the kind of ridiculousness I'm going through now. I have copied WinImage from my Windows 7 computer over to this Windows 98 computer with the images on it, because Windows 7, I mean, it does not like floppy drives at all, at least not the USB variety. I don't even think my motherboard has a connector for a floppy drive. So we're going with this. This is a Compact Armada E500. This is a great Windows 98 laptop. Pentium 3. I really like this thing. It is just solid, and the battery even still holds a charge. I got it plugged into power now, but so what we're doing, we take those images, we put those on a USB stick from here, and the installation file for WinImage, installed WinImage here, and now we are formatting, writing, and verifying. So we'll try this, and if this doesn't work, I think I'm going to have to bust out the old 2GS and ADT Pro and go with some 800K discs, because I know that that can write good discs. I've used that before in the past. So we'll see. We're 13%. 14? Nope. Chunk it in there and go. It's gonna work. I feel good about it. Feel really good. Ooh, it did work! We got the Happy Mac! Uh-oh. We had a Happy Mac. Now we don't have a Happy Mac. Well, if nothing else, this is progress of some sort. We're going to try disc 1 again, which is going to give us a Happy Mac and then the bad disc. Maybe it's a bad disc. That's possible. We got Happy Mac, but then we're going to try to put in disc 2 once it kicks this one out. I don't think this is going to work, because if I was a software developer, I would say to myself, we should give, the user an indication of what they're supposed to do next. Let's just see. No, yeah, see, it didn't like that at all. Man, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I have some of these Mac formatted discs, which shouldn't be any different than the 1.44, but we're going to try right into one of these and see if maybe the Mac likes it better. We'll see. They can be picky, just like those little RAM slots. Alright, back again, and this time I have a Mac-friendly floppy, which I anticipate We'll do nothing different than before. Ready? Ready? Are you ready for exactly the same thing? So last time we got the Happy Mac and then bad disc. Happy Mac? What? This is so awesome. I gotta get a keyboard and mouse out now. This is amazing. Alright, now, there's nothing stopping us now. Alright, so we need to get the floppy drive probably. I mean, it seems to be working, but we should probably clean that anyway. Put the scuzzy to SD in. See if we can get the drive initialized, and then install an operating system. Holy crap! Alright, so I think what we should do now is get this hard drive out of here, because she did. And let's just plug the scuzzy to SD in there and see what happens. Up, and away! What do we got here? Quantum. I love the sound of these old Quantum drives too. I mean, that is a beefy, robust drive. So let's, so here's a more modern SATA hard drive, and there's that boy. And let's see, this one is a 250 gigabyte hard drive, and this one is at 40. Does that mean 40 megabytes? Maybe. We've got a little enclosure here. We've got some screw holes down here. We really just need it to kind of sit in there. It's certainly smaller than the other one. I think we can make this work. Well, this is interesting. I didn't know this about the Macintosh SE, but the hard drive activity light is right here, which it draws off of the board. So I'm curious if we're going to get any activity off of that. We may not have a hard drive activity light, which is a bit of a bummer, but we'll see. Yeah, so it looks like we have a spot on here where we focus in. We could put some pins in there and wire that up, and then we could plug this guy down onto there. Should we mess? Let's just see if we can get it working first. But I think we can just stick her right in like that. Okay, so I think that's going to work good. So this is towards the front, and then we got towards the back. And one thing I wanted to make sure is that I kept the orientation of this scuzzy connector, because I didn't want to have to like twist and flip the thing over. So we got that going on. I'm looking at this. See, that's why you remove that guy right there. Man, that was good stuff. I would like to remove this, but it looks like the screws are on the other side, and I'm just too lazy to do that. So we'll pull that back out some other time and lube it up. I'm excited. I want to get this thing fired up and see if it's going to work. I don't think that this is going to work. I'm hoping that when we just picked Apple, when we configured that drive, that it's just going to say, oh, okay, good to go, configured. But something tells me probably not. But we'll plug it in. Maybe we'll get lucky. I've never done this before, so what could possibly go wrong? Here we go. We got a keyboard, mouse, for the first time hooked up to this Macintosh SE30, at least since I've had it. We got the scuzzy to SD installed, and hopefully, like when we checkmarked Apple on that setup, it just went ahead and configured the hard drive for us. I doubt it. I give that like a 2.5% chance of working, but we got the system disk in there, so let's turn it on and just see how far we get, assuming it still turns on. Ever since it did that thing with the RAM to where I got the jail bar screen, I don't trust it anymore. We got the Happy Mac. Welcome to Macintosh. We might get something done here. Oh, I love the sound of those disk drives. Computers need to make more just actual sounds these days. Okay, so we got the system startup disk, system folder. We've got the Apple HDSC setup. Should we do that first before we do the install? Let's try it. Okay, we want to initial. Oh, drive selection failed. Unable to locate suitable drive connected to the scuzzy port. I feared that might happen. Well, I think what I need to do now with this thing is I need to get my poop in a group. I need to get my software straightened out. I do need to find that hard drive configuration version. There's like a patched version that makes it ignore drives that aren't Apple drives. So I need to get that, figure out how to get that onto a disk, because again, the only thing I have to write disks on this right now are the Windows 98 laptop, and I could get the 2GS out and use ADT Pro, because this should read the 800K floppies as well as the 1.4. So, I mean, I got some options. I think I need to look into some of that so that in the next video, this is getting a little long, that we can actually start playing with this thing and having fun. So next video, I want to go through and see if I can get some software actually installed on that scuzzy to SD. But we did at least get it physically in the computer. That's good. Get that installed, maybe play around with it just a little bit, and then in the next video after that we can actually start going through and cleaning this thing up, because it is pretty dirty. Get that cleaned up, put back together, and then hopefully call it good until we actually want to go with retro brighting. But I need to practice a little bit on that. So, but I got some more stuff planned too. We got to do some work on the van. We got to get that tuned up. We've got I got a cool I teased this in the last one too, but I got a cool old electronic device that I remember from when I was a kid. Maybe you will too, but I really want to try to slide that in here. So hopefully if we can get some software installed on that, maybe venture down that road a little bit and just kind of see where we go with the channel. But again, I thank you for watching. If you like what you see, I'm going to be doing more of this stupid stuff, just plowing my way through it. So be sure to subscribe. If you liked the video, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down 2 or 3 times. And yeah, thanks for watching.